Welcome to More Than Renovating, a Renovate and real estate podcast. Our founder, Belinda Smith, talks to industry experts to provide you with the knowledge and information you need to make renovating for love and profit your reality. Belinda will also chat to some of her Renovation Mastery members, who are just everyday people doing extraordinary things, following their passions in the renovation and property space. So, let's jump straight into the episode. Enjoy.
Yeah, hi everyone, I'm Belinda Smith from Renovate and Real Estate, and this is another podcast episode, More Than Renovating. And you guys already know it's so much of what we do is about renovating the property, but a lot of it is also the people behind the renovations, where they are in their lives, what they want for their future, and how renovating and property investment becomes part of that journey. With me today, I have Thao, and she's been a member of ours since March 2022. She's active. You know, when people join a program, and Thao, you're one of those ladies who jumped in, and I thought she is a mover and a shaker. So let's find out more about you. And I know that lots of people will relate to you and your journey. So first of all, where are you from? What location in Australia?
So I live in Melbourne. Hi Belinda. So thanks for having me.
I didn't even let you say hi. I'm like straight into it. Where are you from?
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to get into the interview today. Just a little chat, tell a bit about myself.
Yeah.
So I live in Melbourne, southeast Melbourne.
Yeah.
And just starting our property investment journey.
Yeah.
So I'm just have a lot of goals that I want to achieve in the next few years.
Yeah, fantastic.
So that's why you see me active. I'm like, let's do it. Just keep going, and until I achieve that goal.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, you're all in. I mean, I really love it when people jump in, like they really jump in. I can see that they're serious, and it's so rewarding for me and my team to support people who really want to make a go of it. So it's very, very, it's exciting for us too. All right. So when you say there's you and a significant
my husband. Yes.
Husband. What do you guys do for a living?
So my husband used to work for the as an IT reporting analyst for big government, and myself, I used to run a tax lotto agency business.
Yes.
It's a small business for about 6 years.
It's so busy. I remember you used to tune into podcasts or to our webinars, and you would just be so busy. I could see in the background. Yeah.
You can see that. I run business for like nearly 6 years. And I can see how busy it is. Like, you just trade your time with money.
Yeah.
It's same with working for other people. It's because originally we thought if we run the business, we could have our life more freedom and use our time freely, but the opposite. So we quickly realized if we keep doing this, we can't retire early.
Yeah.
And because we have a daughter with 9 years old now, we want to spend more time with her.
Yeah.
And spend time with our family. So we got to do something different. That's starting with our renovation journey. That's where I start to learn how to invest, get the right property and the right strategy to help us to retire early.
Fantastic. So why do you think it was important to learn?
So we don't make mistake,
Yeah.
and we be confident that we doing the right thing. We on track. It's just scary when you start thinking of renovation, like to renovate a house investment. You don't know where to start. You don't know if you're doing is if you're paying someone's like too much, or is it you might spend too much money on the renovation which doesn't need it. So that's why I when I bought the investment interstate, that's our board investment.
Yes.
I remember I call you
Yeah.
because I saw you and I said, let's do it, just give her a call and see what I can learn from this lady, because she seems that really like know what she's doing. Ordinary. Know what she's doing in the renovation space. So after talking to you, I knew that you could help me doing my renovation interstate, because I've done renovation around us for my first and my second investment property, like near us, but I haven't done interstate before. So that was really scary. I'm like, oh boy, I don't know where I'm gonna start, so I better learn from someone that can help me to do it right. So that's the first thing in my head, that I need to do some course that someone can help me.
Oh, fantastic. And it's been awesome watching you and your projects. Let's wind back. Tell us about the first property that you bought. What did that look like, and what did you try and do to that property, and did you make any money from that property?
Yeah. We've been really lucky with our investment journey, like property investment journey. We started with 2006 that we bought our principal place of residence. We're still living there now.
Right.
It's Southeast Melbourne. And we bought the first one in 2009. Back then I was working in the office, just customer service. I've been there for 10 years, and my husband working IT. Like he was really success in his field, but we're just working, not like working
long hours.
Long hours. So we thought we knew that we had to buy investment to be able to retire comfortable. So started 2009. We bought our first investment near, it's probably just a street next to our house, and we sold it 2016.
Okay, so did you buy close to you because it felt like it would be more manageable?
Yeah. I think that's everybody done that.
Feels comfort.
You that's all you know. Like I never knew what you had to do in investment. All I know it just buy investment property if you have the money, and if you have the ability to borrow money, because I think from 2006, 2009, our principal place of residence, we got a bit of equity, so we could use towards the first investment. That's so the banker that I know is a good friend. So he advised us, just let's do an investment property. So we did, but 2016 we sold it. Because we wanted to start the small business. That's when we decided to tax lotto and news agency. So
did you make money on that property?
We made around 210K.
Great.
Of the 7 years. I think that was 7 years holding. But it was we spent 20K for the renovation.
And I was going to say, what were your holding fees? What was the rent? What rent were you getting?
It was the negative gear. We understand now. Holding negative gear is like you have a lot of things on your shoulder, a lot of bills, a lot of expenses to pay to council rate in the same area for 2 houses, and that was that's why we let it go. We say we just make a bit of money. We use that towards our business.
Yes.
And we just want to start a new venture. We don't want to work for other people. We just want to work for ourselves. So we just say, let's do it. Just sold it and got into the small business.
Which was great, but essentially you bought yourself another job. You bought yourself 2 jobs.
We realized it. We realized it since we came in. The first 6 months, I reckon the first 2 years, because we still new, we still energetic. We have a lot of commitment. So we didn't realize that how tired we were. Or our times, like my daughter back then was only 2.5 years.
Wow.
And the thing I regret the most was didn't have time. I didn't spend time with her doing that, like childcare and kindergarten. Like when she's goes there, I have my parents-in-law taking her and picking her up because I was too busy at the shop. Starting 7 o'clock and got home at 8 o'clock at night.
Long
tiring. Long days.
So off the back of that business, you made money from that business, hopefully. Did you sell it well?
No, we didn't make profit from that business. We just got our money back, pretty much. But
your income from that business and your income.
The income was much better than when I worked. So pretty much just buy me a job. Just for one income. Because my husband still work his normal job.
Wow. Okay, so you had a lot on your plate.
That's right. I run it by myself. My husband helping me the first few years, but after that he were busy with his job. He got his commitment with his daily job as well. On Saturday he usually came and helped me, but like I understand he worked Monday to Friday, and then Saturday I had a break, so he come help me, and then he didn't have a break, so we take turn. Like just every second Saturday I work, and then he worked in between. Later on, I think I got like employee, I got staff to come in and help me. The last 2 years of the business, we realized that I can't keep going like this. This is more tiring than when I work at the office. Yes, the money is there. The business is running well. But the timing is terrible. And even when I have staff working there, I only be there like half day every day. And I work Saturday half day as well. But then the time gone, like you just pretty much work all day, because even you're not at a shop, your mind's still there. Like I
was going to say
responsibility, and you're like, you're thinking, if like the staff gonna push the syndicate, like I did, like if we can't sell the syndicate, we're gonna take the loss. So there's lots of things going around with the small business that I think if you never done a business before, you wouldn't understand, or you never know how hard it is.
The responsibility and the day-to-day, and no one else is going to pick it up. But you, it lands on your shoulders fair and square. So the line in the sand moment, was there one moment where you just said, oh, enough? There has to be something else out there for me? And then why did you think of property? Like, why was it property?
It's just my background. Like my family, my parents, they retired early in their 50s. Like I think they retired when they're 55. And all they did is just bought as much properties as they could,
Yeah.
and they just retire on their rental income.
Yeah.
So I always knew that that's the path that I need to go. But to buy properties in Australia is different, because I came here when I was 17, and English background, nothing, like I have no idea how to talk English, and just yes and no. That's all I know for the first few months. Like when people talk to me, I'm like, no, yes, no. But like, it's back in 2000, like, no, 1999.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 20 something years now, I'm thinking, how can I make myself retire like my parents did? Yeah. So yeah, I did. So my second investment property was bought in 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2012. It was a small unit, and that was huge profit when we sold it.
Yeah.
2018 that we sold after 5 years, and we made about, like, I think over 300K.
Yeah.
It's a small unit. So we well know that the property is the way to go. Like,
Yeah.
I always love to do something like other people do, like property investor. Like, before I say, I never call myself property investor, because something like I only want two.
Yeah.
Like, we got two property. I don't call myself property investor.
Yeah. And there's people out there with, 10, 15, 20.
I know. Yeah.
But really, you don't need that many to do very well in property.
Correct. Yeah, you only need one or two.
Yeah, you need good ones.
Yeah. So yeah, the first two investment was a great success, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Or I think because my husband would keep saying, yes, you make profit, but you always need to cash out when you need.
Yeah.
Like, you've have a life to live, so you got to live comfortable. So that's when we decided to sell the second one.
Yep.
Pay off our mortgage.
Yes.
And we have the business to run. So it was like doing really well for us financially.
Yeah.
But the only thing is just timing. Like,
yeah.
So that's when, I think 2019, I bought the third investment.
Right.
It was a house and land package in west side of Melbourne. I know that you're gonna laugh because everyone knows.
Are you saying nothing?
Everyone know investor space.
Yeah.
You say house and land package, that's a Dutch, right?
But timing wise, it's probably done really well for you.
I know. Yeah, 2009, because we sold the unit 2018, pay off the mortgage. We got some money left. We didn't pay off the business though, because we just want to get tax tax benefit.
Yeah.
But yeah, just have money sitting around, so we know what's we gonna do next. I didn't know what the next one, because everything around me is so expensive, because even the unit I sold is like 590.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't want to take that mortgage. It's just like, I'm mortgage free now. I'm too scared to even take 300,000 mortgage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I say, I just want something that small, and I don't have to pay any money, because you start learning it's negative gear is bad, positive gear and positive cash flow is the way. But I didn't know where to buy.
Yeah.
I came across to this, I think he is a spruiker. I realized it later. So we bought a house, and land package there was built 2019.
Yeah.
We rented out, I think, in August 2019 when it's finished the build.
Yeah.
We bought for $550
Yeah.
and the rent is $380.
Right.
We were promised rent at least $420, $440.
Oof.
But
Yeah.
realistically, it's only rent out for $380 per week.
Yeah.
We were lucky during 2019 and 2022, the interest rate were like 2% and 3%.
Yes.
So that property didn't cost us anything. We used the equity to buy it.
Yeah. And it's gone up
we
in value.
paid- Sorry?
Gone up in value since then. Was a good time to buy. Yes.
Yeah, it was a good time to buy rather than have the money sitting around doing
Yeah.
nothing because the interest rate was so low.
Yeah.
So we got that, but we loan our LVR is like 110,
Yeah.
almost 110 because we borrow everything. But it got the neutral, like we didn't have to pay anything after tax. We learned that to use my husband income to like negative gear the cash flow.
Perfect. Yeah.
So after tax, we got, I think, positive about 5-6K
That's fine. That's great. Yeah.
every year for 2019, 20, 21,
Yeah.
because we got the fixed 2 years, and 2022 last year.
Yes.
It's starting the interest rate starting and the fixed term start
Yes.
to finish.
Yeah.
We feel the pain.
Yeah.
Feel the
So
pain.
where are you at the moment with that property? Do you still have it?
I still have it.
Yeah.
We hold on to it because our fixed term finished last August. So we've been holding on to it for 6 months now. While we don't know what we'll be able to hold still.
Yeah.
But it just the time now we start thinking what we're going to do with it. Are we still see growth from there? We do have around 130 to 150K growth.
Great.
That was lucky.
Yeah, that was timing, and
That was timing, a good
Yeah.
timing. We still got in that area. We still got quite cheap for the 400 square meters and 550K. It was okay. So if we can get rid of it now, we probably can get around 680 to 700K.
Yes.
So
So what will your next property deal most likely look like? What are you after for your next one?
Okay.
Thinking about retiring?
Yes.
Thinking about everything you've
in my
learned?
head. Yeah, how many properties I want to get.
Yeah.
I think everyone talking about 10.
Yeah.
10 properties. And it's all lower price range and further out with high positive cash flow.
High rental income.
Rental income. I think that will be more durable to build that than to get around our house. There's like 1 million for one.
Yeah.
Would get maybe four for that money.
Yeah.
So last year, I think back in January, I decided to do some investing course because I said I can't buy another house and land package anymore. It doesn't work.
No, thank you.
we were lucky.
Everyone learns.
Yeah, we were lucky that it didn't make a loss, but it wasn't. If we use the money somewhere else, we probably get better return.
Yes.
But that's okay. That's lesson learned. So I took the course to find the right location and to find the right strategy. So I've been reading a lot of books during COVID.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of time there. So listen to a lot of podcasts, your podcast and other investor group on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I got the strategy for me.
Good.
Just to buy and hold.
Yeah.
Starting maybe just around average price 300K.
Yeah.
I can get 10 of those.
Yeah.
In 10 years time, I think we'll be okay because 40 now are 10 years time, I'll be 50. My husband and I can probably just retire early and maybe just do something that we enjoy.
More
Not-
than going to work for somebody else every hour. Yeah. Okay. So when we're talking about properties that are in different locations, how far away from you are you looking, or have you bought? You've bought, haven't you?
I bought a few after taking the course.
Right. So how far away from you are they located?
So interstate,
Yep.
more affordable price
Yep.
to start with, and then it doesn't cost me anything to hold.
Great.
That's a goal. So I just use the tactics of 12% deposit,
Yep.
pay a little bit LMI,
Yeah.
to get into the property. So the first one I bought was regional Queensland.
Yeah.
In the the third investment. So the first two sold.
First you sold, and then
Yeah.
that's
And then house and land package. No, the fourth one.
Yep.
The number 4.
Okay.
Regional Queensland is 285 and rent for 440. I said, great, that's great return. And in a good location. I think it's a grow location. So far, I think I bought that last year, April. It was settled. That's when I contacted you because I said, I need to do some renovation and it's interstate. I don't know where to start. Can you please help me?
Yeah.
I bought it first and and
then worked out what to do.
and I worked out what I'm gonna do next.
That's okay. Everyone's on their own journey.
Yeah.
Okay, so has it been helpful? Do you have more of an idea now about what to do? And
Yes. Do after doing that renovation project, interstate, I sort of had idea. It was very challenging.
Yeah.
Because back then it was, I think they got the tradie shortage everywhere in regional Queensland, Adelaide, anything and anywhere. I guess to find trades was a challenge, and to know which trades to do good job is even harder.
Yes. When you're a distance away, I agree.
A distance away.
Yeah.
So you just have to rely on property manager, selling agent. I ask all selling agent I know, can you recommend anyone, like, because they really local, they know everyone, so that they know each other. You can't do the wrong thing there, I think, because everyone would know.
Yeah.
So I finished that in time before the settlement. And the tenant moved in pretty much the next 2 days after the settlement. It was right on time.
Yeah.
Everything run really smooth.
Great.
But there's a few here and there problem issue here and there, but looking at the big picture, I think is good, because the rent was a selling agent was advised from the beginning was only 360.
Yeah.
And after my property manager said after the renovation, it can go for 420.
Great.
It's like $60 different. And I say, I have to do renovation. And after when we put it on the market, it was so hot market for rental.
Still
the tenant ended up paying 440 because they happy to pay that. So I was really happy. At the same time, I went and bought another one, number 5, in regional Victoria, because I want to get a cheaper price range. I bought for 262, fully renovated, and the rent for 350. So I 2 at the same time. So I said, no, I only want to do reno project 1 at the time. Don't want to do
them all. Okay. So doing the renovation increase the rent of that first property and your second property, the ones that you're going to hold. So you've got 2 now, and each one of those properties puts more money in your pocket than is coming out to pay the mortgage. Is that correct?
Right.
So then you're just going to keep on repeating that strategy until you end up with lots of
lots
of
maybe
properties.
10. Maybe 10. So I have 3, including that west side Melbourne. So 3 property. I a few weeks ago I secured another one in Perth.
Great.
So that's number 4.
Number 4.
I'm holding.
Yeah, fantastic.
And I'm planning to buy 3 more this year.
Great.
With a lower price range, more affordable, low vacancy rate. I think that be safe to do. It's doable. It's not like impossible to achieve.
Yeah. Fantastic. And if you've got to organise, if you have to organise a renovation, because now you've got these little properties everywhere and will continue to do so, to get work done remotely, it's phone calls and emails, right?
Yeah.
So it's really funny how some people think that having a property in a remote location is just not a doable thing.
Yeah.
And actually, it's just about a mindset switch about, instead of like running around the corner to change some doorknobs or to fix something that needs repair, you actually have to get on the phone or email someone and get a quote and probably pay a little bit more to get those odd jobs done. But then when they're done, they're done. And there's not much human energy goes into making phone calls and sending a few emails.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I think it's the mindset. Before, when I saw my unit, it was really old, and it's starting to need a lot of work.
Yeah.
We thought, oh no, we don't want to replace that window. It's going to cost us 10K or 6,000 or 10,000.
Yeah.
There's a bathroom really old. We wouldn't want to live there. So I thought, nah, I don't want to spend any more money or just get rid of it to take the profit. But now my mindset changed since after taking your course, doing a lot of research of what other investors doing out there. People that are holding 10, I said, how can you hold 10? Like, how can you even have a thought of buying interstate? But I think education is the key.
Yeah.
Once you understand how it works and your mindset is right, I think you can do it. I find it much easier now to buy property interstate than to buy near me, because I will have a tempting to go and see what the property looked like.
Yeah.
Even on the west side, because if it's within an hour, 2 hours away, you have that temptation of going to see the house. But if I buy interstate, I don't need to go and see. All I needed just to pay a property manager to go and have a look for me, and they got all the report list. They go through, and that's all I need. I don't need to, and to make it safe, I've just get a building and pests report done.
Yeah.
Sure. And they were they professional. They probably look at the property better than myself.
So what I'm hearing is that you've been able to take all the emotion out of it and say, like, this is a business transaction and I'll just get these people to do some work for me. And in the end, it is about the property numbers.
It's numbers, yeah. As long as the numbers work, it doesn't cost me any money, and it giving me money every week or every month.
Yeah.
Why not? I'll just do it as a business, because I think from running the business for 6 years, I understand how it works. So I did have some benefit out of it.
You've learned to run the numbers and understand, profit and loss and cash flow.
Yes. And
You've also learned how hard it is to run a business from 7 a.m. till 7 or 8 p.m. at night time and miss out on time with your daughter, compared to this, where you're making a few phone calls and, when it's on, it's on. When you're busy, but it's a different kind of busy.
Yep, pretty much. And someday I'm doing all research, everything about property. The next day I'm just like, no, I don't want to do anything today. I'm just going to spend time with my family, with my daughters, taking her out. So it's just a freedom. You still, I remember when you said one of the podcasts that if you know that you're still making money, you're okay, like doing nothing, like you make money in the background, so you don't feel bad of taking time off and just be lazy. Just
it's okay to do that.
relax. It's okay to do that.
I particularly bring that up for Renovated. I think if you're really strategic about where your human energy goes, it is okay to take some time off, and it is okay that when it's busy, that's great, but it is okay to really enjoy the fruits of your labor. Like, I still love getting dirty, painting and sanding and all that kind of stuff, and I do it, and I especially have just done it for my daughter, right? So it's not that I don't enjoy it, but I also like time off. And I think having multiple streams of income is super important for stability moving forward. So if you look at all of those properties you've got, if one of those is vacant for a few weeks, no big deal. If all of the others are looking after themselves and you just have to kind of maybe pitch in for a couple of weeks here and there, no big deal.
Yeah. And if I have to spend 10-15K on the renovation and I get better return from the rental, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I don't mind spending money to make money, because that's the mindset that I learned from my running a small business. And to business, you have to spend money.
So your goals for this year, what are your goals between now and the end of 23?
For properties?
For anything. This is the caring, sharing.
Bye.
Bye.
My husband is sick of me now talking about properties. I found my passion.
Talk to us. We'll listen all day.
I found my passion talking about properties. I think every family gathering I went to, I've started talking about properties. Everyone's just like, oh, here she go again.
Me too.
I remember when I start telling everyone in my family, saying my goal is to get 10 properties in 3 years' time. That's my goal. And everyone is like, oh, are you sure? I said, yep, I'm sure. I want that. I know it's not easy. It's challenging. I just don't know if I can do that. But for now, I just work one at a time.
One at a time.
One at a time, accumulating as much as I can. I'm on the 4. So I actually just got my pre-approval for the 5th.
Ooh.
Yay. And that will be my renovation project.
Great.
I will take on more renovation, because before it was just paint and fixing here and there, pretty much just cosmetic, and spent less than 20K for that renovation for regional Queensland. But this time I probably gonna find something a little bit more, like when you do flip, you spend maybe 40K and you probably get 100K back.
That sounds about spot on.
So property,
so you can move a bit faster.
Yes. I think to be more passive in the property is something that we can do in 5-10 years time, but at the moment we still have to be more active and build the portfolio and just try to pay off the debt as much as fast as we can.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't mind doing that because that's something I love.
Fantastic. Look, honestly, I thank you for joining me we've just been chatting now for, half hour or so. I know that everyone listening will just find your story fascinating. I take my hat off to anybody who can come to a new country, learn the language, and achieve what you've done. And I truly believe that mindset is everything in the property space. So thank you for sharing your story. The things that you've done really well, the things that you would have liked to have done differently, like all of us. It's never a perfect journey. Absolutely brilliant having you on. Is there anything you'd like to say in finishing?
Um, I would like to say to the new investor that, especially young, because I've seen my brother-in-law, they starting now.
Yeah.
Just don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
If you want to know something, just find out the answers and take actions.
Yeah.
Just do it. Even if you have to buy something 250K for the start, just do it. And then I think the first one will be a learning curve, and the second one will be better, and the third one will be better. That's what I found. So yeah, don't afraid to start and just buy.
Oh, we are on the same team. I agree, 100%. Thank you so much.
You're my pleasure. Thank you.